Genome here, coming at you with the next episode in my chess game analysis series. Someone actually asked for this, another fellow YouTuber. They said he kind of enjoyed these segments, so it's like, okay, cool. I'm glad somebody does, because some of these games I didn't enjoy playing too much. Mostly the ones I got shellacked on. But this game is pretty short, but I decided to show it because it, if memory serves, the show's early sack. And sometimes you can sack a piece early to win a game. And I think I even had a deflection sack too. That was later on. Basically, I had a trapped queen on the opponent's side, so that was kind of interesting. So let's go ahead and go through it. Whoops. Okay. All right. So I started with my English opening. It's my favorite opening. Standard. Nothing too. Oh, I guess it's an inaccuracy. I always push for the center, right? I think I was making a preparatory move. Nope. Okay, I'm just building a chain. Probably poor strategy. Okay, just pinning the knight real fast. See if I can bait out the movement of the pawn early. Doesn't do it. Blocks with bishop. I also want him to pin on that side. Okay, now I'm shoring up the center pretty good here. See, his knight's really restricted at this point. The only really good square he has is over on h5, and that's not good to put a knight on the side of the board if you can help it. It will be good later on, but you'll see. Okay, so just developing. Probably going to be swinging the knight over here at some point since he castled kingside. It's already on that side of the board. Didn't want to go to h3 with it, by the way, because then it'd be kind of just sitting there trapped. So you got to remaneuver. So I'm probably going to head over to g3 before too long. So he's moving pawns down. Okay, might be a little bit early. It's saying to push for the center, but I'm already smelling blood a little bit. It's probably, once again, premature, but this pawn's basically safe all the way until h6. And then if he takes, he's extremely weak right here. He's got a trapped king at that point with no con in front of him. So we'll see what happens. That's kind of what I'm thinking here, I'm pretty sure. Okay, yep, playing for the center. Probably good on him. Trying to let him dictate too much. If he wants to take that pawn, he can. Okay, so now it's kind of saying that taking the knight here is better. I don't know if that's true. It does kind of defend h5 a little bit, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to have a discovery problem here. So anyway, let's move on. Okay, he brought out the pawn, and I'm pretty sure here is when I go for it. Probably smelling blood. Yep, okay, so I sack a piece here. Now, it's going to be, as far as sacrifices go, this is a pretty small one because I'm actually going to get like 2 pawns out of this eventually. So basically I'm only down like a point or two, you know, material-wise. But it's just going to wreck the structure around his king. So that's why I did it. Had kind of a tall moment there. Okay, cakes, of course. So now I see how exposed his king is. So if I can get some pieces in action, things will be going well. The sack was probably a little bit early. It's usually better to get your pieces mobilized first before you do that, but because he does have a lot of defenders over there. Okay, so I'm putting a lot of pressure on this pawn right here, and the pawn's not really the goal. The goal is if I get the queen back there, it's pretty much game over. Remember, I have a knight that's kind of sitting out here sleeping. So, okay, he brings the knight back. Guessing what he's planning on doing is trying to trap my queen a little bit, but it's not really trapped. So just probably hoping that I'll take another turn to develop, and he can swing his knight over and maybe sack it, but I'm not sure. Okay, so now this is a monster knight. It cuts off, of course, the square in front of the king. That's not really the goal of it. The goal is there's plenty of checkmate options now by swinging this over to h6 and taking this pawn eventually. And then, yeah, if I could infiltrate with the queen, say via f2 to g3, it could be, it's basically game over unless he gets some pawn move. Even pawns aren't really going to help him too much. He'll have to move, and then it's been really ugly. He's got some trouble over here with development on this side, and there's nothing that can really help his king. This bishop's pretty bad. Not so bad if he swings it back over here, though. So basically, this knight is a monster, and there's not a whole lot he can do about it, honestly, other than swinging that bishop over, which is probably the best move. But then he's got a bigger problem to worry about, and if you see it, it's queen takes pawn over here. Now, there's only one real good defense for that one, and that's to throw your bishop here. It's in a lousy place, though. It's a lousy place to be. Having my queen so close and a knight sitting there, it can't be dislodged. So let's see where I go with this. So, okay, he takes there. Now, yes, it's wanting to move the king out of a possible check. So I take back. I think that's basically to put a defender on the knight here. And it kind of also opens another lane for my queen if I have to, or if I need to swing the light square bishop over, via AT or something, and then drop it back to D1 if need be. That's an option too. You can always swing it back over here all the way too, and then give some more checkmating options. So, but really, there's a lot of pressure going on right now. It was wanting me to take the pawn right away, but I think he could have defended then, and my attack would have been over, because all he had to do is move his bishop over. That defends against checkmate. And he's got the queen behind it, so I don't know. I kind of like my move better. I like this kind of a waiting move. Not really a waiting move, but it's more of a setup move, but it's been a while since I played this game. Okay, so he moved his knight. He probably shouldn't have done that. But you don't want it to get stuck there. It actually gives his king a little more breathing room because he can move around, but it also takes some of the defensive way. Let's see what's going on here. So, okay, that's a missed win, huh? So it already wanted me to take it with the queen. Yeah, that was a... Why did I do that? Yeah, that's a big blunder. Actually, if he takes with the knight, that guards the checkmate there. Oh, well, we'll just take with the rook. I think I was getting a little blindsided by wanting to open this file up for the rook, when really I should have just taken the queen right away. And how is he going to stop checkmate? Well, he can swing the knight back, but his king is just sitting right there. My queen would be right in front of him, and it'd be a matter of time before I swung the bishop back over. But okay, so anyway, maybe what I was thinking about, maybe I was trying to bait out this knight to take here. Okay, so I'm assuming another defensive move. He does guard the pawn over there, and for now his knight is semi-safe. Castle. Most of my games I've been losing, especially as of late, is because I've not bothered castling. And what was it wanting me to do? 2 blunders in a row, basically, for me. Knight takes on e7 bet. See, I don't like that. I'd rather keep my knight down here defending. Or not so much defending, but just basically causing tons of pressure. And actually, I believe that's the piece that wins me the game here in a little bit. Okay, so that's... I'm not sure what that one is for. I had to ask Rick. Yeah, I don't like that one at all. It takes another defender away. Maybe he's trying to get a more mobile piece down there with the queen and lodge it down in this area, but I think I agree with the computer for sure. I would definitely parked it down here. It's got a defender with the pawn. He can always swing his knight back for defense, and I think he'd be all right. Okay, now I do swing over, put a little pressure on the knight, but it's mostly just to get another attacking piece into to the game. Okay, so he tries to block this way. Let's see if I take that pawn over there. Okay, I just take with the knight. Okay, so it really wasn't a good block, because the best he could do now is just equalize, and I still have a pretty wide open spot over here. But he could probably defend it from there. Okay, now that's a game coster right there. Basically, he's got my knights forked. My rooks are forked right now, but The problem is they're not really in the game right now. They're not doing anything too useful. So I don't even care about those rooks. If he wants to take them, that's fine. I probably wouldn't even recapture at this point. I'm pretty sure my next move is going to be knight f5, but let's take a look. Yep, knight f5. Okay, so now he's got a serious problem. He's right back into checkmate land again. A couple different ways to do it, or well, probably the easiest, fastest way to do it would be just take queen takes on h6 over here, and it's gonna be pretty damn difficult to stop checkmate. In fact, I don't see how he possibly can. I think he's done after that, but let's see. Okay, so he tried to bring the queen down for defense, and it looks okay. He's got the pawn behind it, so, but there's a huge glaring issue. So if you can see it here, take a moment and figure it out. But basically, this is another sack piece right here, but it's sack with check, and anytime you can do that, and you have something else on the diagonal or a file with your queen, yeah, that's kind of bad juju. So there it is. So yeah, knight takes on h6 with the check. So now he's in a bind. So what do? You can't. I mean, you can take with the queen. That's probably the best move. And then you lose your queen and the game in fairly short order. You can move out of the check. It doesn't do any good because I just take with the queen. So basically, there's no good move here, I don't think. And it was resign right there. And there's really no way out of that little trap. So if you can see, sometimes it's real dangerous to put a queen on a diagonal, even when you think it's defended. Maybe he's hoping I would miss that move. Trying to think if there's a more efficient way of doing it. See, if I knight to f or to e7, that means he just takes the queen, so I don't see anything there. I could do some knight maneuver or some rook maneuvers, but he's got this knight that's kind of pesky down here. So really, I think my only and best option, since I'm already down a piece as it is, actually I'm not down a piece anymore. I'm actually up material at this point. I forgot. I'm up a pawn now. Wow. Okay, so I'm up a pawn somehow. But I would be down a piece in short order if I wasn't careful. But anyway, so yeah, that was the move. So kind of a clearance move in a way. It gets that stupid pawn out of the way. That was one of the last stalwart defenders of the king. It's kind of a deflection tactic. Not even kind of. It is. It's a forcing deflection too, because once again, the best he could do would be take with the queen and then lose his own queen. So yeah. So when you deflect with check, it's a very powerful thing. And you know, I wish I was a little better explaining these things, and of course, I wish I was a little better at chess too. But you know how it goes. It's wish in one hand and you know what's in the other one. So let's see which one fills up first. So anyway, that's just a quickie game that I did. I'm going to show another one here real shortly that was really interesting, and I'm going to have to call that one the barricade, but you'll see here in a little while. So anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Genome, out.